Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Freeware C-17 for the flight simulator. So this is a Freeware aircraft. You can get it completely free on FlightSim.2, and believe it or not, it actually does come with a custom cockpit. So we're going to be taking a look at this aircraft, seeing how it flies, and I'm going to see if I recommend this aircraft to you. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Alrighty guys, so let's get right into it. So the first thing we're gonna do is let's go ahead and check out the exterior model, because at a first glance it looks pretty nice. So let's set the weather to clear, just so we're gonna have the best perspective of this. And let's make it to the probably later in the day. Oh, not that late. Alrighty, so from here, the texturing looks pretty nice. If we get up closer, they're still quite nice. It's still a pretty good exterior model. Not the best I've seen, but certainly not bad considering it's a free aircraft. I'm definitely a fan of the wear and tear. As you can see over here, that's a nice detail. Same thing on this side, the wear and tear on the wings. And you can see all around this aircraft does look pretty loved and used. So yeah, texturing definitely looks pretty nice. So just a disclaimer with this aircraft, it is like an FSX port over, but it's not really. It's native to the flight simulator, the Microsoft one of 2020. It's native to the FS 2020, but it does use the exterior model of an FSX plane. Just a disclaimer, that's where the entire exterior model comes from. So let's go to our cameras. We'll check out our showcase cameras from the outside, and we can probably get better views of this aircraft. Here's the head-on view from the side. That view is pretty nice. And that is the cargo loading area. So this is really cool. They have actually modeled the cargo bay inside of the C-17. You can see this is where the cargo would go. You have your rails and then the fold-down seats that you can find in the cargo bay. So keep in mind the C-17 is a military cargo aircraft, so it is definitely really cool that we can actually go inside and see the cargo bay. And then the last view, it's a pretty weird view. I don't know why that's in here. It just shows you the floor. Alrighty, so for the exterior model, that's pretty much it. It looks pretty nice. If you are someone who likes to fly from the outside, I'm sure you won't be disappointed. So let's go inside. So this here is where you're gonna find the cockpit, and well, it's okay. The instruments, they're not the highest quality. So is all the texturing, all the buttons. They're not top notch, but they are functional. At least most of them are. So the autopilot does have a little bit of functionality. Some of these buttons here do actually work, which is pretty impressive. No FMS capability, unfortunately. And you can see the entire overhead panel. Some of these buttons do work, not most of them though. So I think it is fair to say that this isn't a very high fidelity aircraft. And to be honest, that's what you kind of expect since it's free. Like, you wouldn't even expect a custom cockpit if it's free. So just having this is really, really good. But yeah, if you're looking for a really high fidelity C-17 for the flight simulator, this is probably not going to fulfill your needs. But overall, still is going to be a pretty interesting and fun aircraft to fly around in the simulator. Overhead panel texturing looks pretty nice. The knobs can be a bit weird, how they're completely opaque and don't have any wear and tear on them, Texturing on those does look a little edgy, I will say that, and some of these fonts and buttons, texturing isn't all that great on the inside, but it works. I will say that. So our primary flight display, it looks alright. It gives you all the information you need, and I'm pretty sure it's custom as well. Really cool to see there. And then you have your two, engines over here. This should be fuel, and then your other PFD over there. But yeah, you go down here, texturing kind of gets worse in this center area right here, the center pedestal. Not that great, but the overhead panel definitely does look pretty cool. So a special thing about C-17s and a lot of military aircraft is that they're gonna have windows in like the bottom where you would put your feet. So if we go outside, we can see just all the places where the windows are, and we even have the windows up there. So that's cool to see. I'm glad they did model that. The actual paneling modeling, it's not that great, but all said and done, it's a free aircraft. So just having a custom cockpit and not just stealing a cockpit from another aircraft, that is a massive, massive plus for this aircraft. So, as I told you before, there is a cargo bay included, so let's go down and check that out. I'm gonna leave behind the cockpit, and let's go down and check out the cargo bay. So there are a few texturing glitches like this one that doesn't look too smooth, but if you go into the actual cargo bay, it looks pretty cool. So that is a plus if you are looking to pretend you're a cargo pilot or something for the military. That's cool for fidelity purposes. Alright, so I think I've talked enough here. Let's go ahead and get this airplane in the air. So make sure our parking brake is released, and we'll go 50% throttle and full. Here we go. I think we might still have our parking brake. Yep, there we go. So let's go 50% throttle and go. Let's go max. Sure, our flaps are down. Actually, no, we need some flaps. And probably gonna take off right now. Rotate right here. And there we go. We have ourselves a successful takeoff here in the C-17. That landing gear animation is awesome, by the way. That looks sick. Alright, so let's fold up our flaps. Not sure if this heads-up display is working. I wouldn't really expect it to, considering it is a Freeware aircraft. I wonder if I can put it down, because it is kind of annoying. Alright, there we go. That's good. So, now that I'm in the air, we can talk about the flight dynamics of this aircraft. Oh, we got little max throttle here. So, flight dynamics actually feel pretty good. They're a bit light. It doesn't feel like you're flying a massive airplane. It feels more like almost like a 737. It doesn't feel like you're flying that big, bulky of an aircraft. They might have stolen the flight model from a different aircraft, but I honestly have no idea. This, if they made it from the ground up, is pretty impressive, because it does not feel fake. Like it somewhat feels like I'm flying an airplane here, unlike some other planes, which are just completely wonky physics. They're so bad. But this one, I can definitely see this being flyable. Now, can you do like full-on realistic military cargo operations in this? Probably not. It's probably not to that level. I mean, if you want to do something like that, maybe like FSX or Preparator, I don't know, X-Plane, maybe those are going to have you covered, because this is the only C-17 add-on we have for the flight simulator. But this is pretty fun to fly, I'm not gonna lie. It's cool. We have a big, military aircraft, military cargo aircraft in the flight simulator. So yeah, what I'll say, it's pretty good for fun. It's really impressive that they were able to put this together, especially since it's a freeware dev team. Really impressive. Would I recommend this aircraft? I mean, if you want to be really professional, then probably not. But the fact is, if you really just want to have fun and fly this thing around the flight simulator, I'm sure you will really, really enjoy it. So that's it for today's video. I will have the link to this add-on in the description if you are to download it. If you disagree with or agree with my review and first look at this aircraft, please let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.